Hey there, welcome back to my garden. My name is Lacey and I'm gardening here in Western Oregon, Zone 8B. And I was able to just sneak out here for just a little bit before the sun goes down, before I have to go make dinner, in between school and dinner time. I was able to come out for just a little bit. So I was trying to think of what project could be just a really quick one that I could get done before I have to head back inside. And what I was thinking is planting up some of the asters that we picked up the other day when we went out to a couple different garden centers. I got these specifically at Bauman's. If you haven't checked out that video, it's kind of fun going around to 3 different garden centers in my area, seeing lots of beautiful things that they had in stock and picking up a lot of things such as pansies and then these asters, a yarrow. I think that's actually all we got on those trips, but I did get some gorgeous asters, some that I don't have in my garden as of right now. And then I have some asters next to me in a big container that I also need to transplant out. So I just thought we'd get these projects done really quick in this short window of time that we have before it gets dark. So here are the asters that we're going to be taking out. I know they look absolutely terrible. They're totally done blooming. You guys were with me when we planted these up. I think they're called Magic Pink is the variety. I don't think they're dead. I think they just need to be cut back because they're done blooming. This one over here looks a little better than the other ones. They were absolutely beautiful when they were in bloom, but yeah, they're just done, and I'm not going to keep them in this container because I will be soon planting it up with other beautiful things. So I'm going to take these out. I have 5 of them, 1 here, 3 here, and then this one right here. And as far as I remember, these are a smaller variety of aster. I think they're just 18 by 18 or so, or 13 by 13. So I have a spot already that I think I'm going to put these guys. And then we're also going to be planting in these. These are the ones that we picked up at Bauman's. And I just couldn't pass up this beautiful light purple. And I also really liked how after they age out, you can see the center of them has this kind of more reddish pink color, which just adds an extra element of interest, I think, for these asters. So here's the variety name. Not going to even try to pronounce that, but it says a cloud of small, soft lilac daisies that develop rosy buttons as they age, which is what I was talking about. They just really take on a rosy hue in the center. Sun apart shade, 36 inches tall, which is what I'm going to take into consideration when I plant these, because they'll kind of be in an area that's behind a shrub. I think it'll be a good spot for it. And so 36 by 24 and down to zone 5, they say. So I just have 3 of them. Since I haven't tried this variety yet, I just figured 3 would be a good start. But you can see they're just a really, really sweet color. So I think I'm going to dig out. The dogs are absolutely going crazy around the goat pen. Every time I work right here, they're just wild. But anyway, I'm just going to start out by digging these guys out, and then we will go, we'll be coming first to the spot for these, then we will go over and plant these guys. I'm going to pull this out. It has aphids on it so bad. This was an annual sunflower and it did absolutely beautifully, but it's covered in aphids, so that's no good. I only planted these in about a month ago, so they're just hardly even rooted in at all. I didn't expect that they would last very long in the container. I just was going to leave them until they were finished blooming. So All right, so here is where I'm thinking I'm going to be putting the asters, the ones that we purchased from Bauman's, not the ones we just dug out, because like I said, they'll get 36 inches tall, and I think that means that they'll just kind of fill in this space and get higher than what these foxglove are doing right here, and just kind of peek out around this corner. I think that would be really pretty right there. I think that they would just be a good color for this area. You can see right here, these are the Beyond Pinked Caryopteris that are just finishing up blooming. But even when they're done blooming, they still have a tinge of pink on their calyxes. They've been such amazing performers this fall. This is their first year in the ground. Just absolutely loved them. Same with these. I think that they're a hybrid foxglove. They've done so well. This is their second flush. Looking so beautiful. Still have some more to open, possibly. But anyway, I think this will be a nice area for them. I'm going to obviously leave some area around the dogwood right there, so I'll probably be pulling them out this direction a little bit. But before we get to the planting, I wanted to show you guys, deer have been coming in and just ravaging these little carpet roses. It's okay, they've already bloomed and done their thing, but then I just also noticed this poor butterfly bush has just completely fallen over, as has the other one over there. It's still pretty rooted in. I just was trying to tug on it a little bit and I can't get it out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just cut it back pretty hard. I think I'm gonna do it today just because we're supposed to be getting quite a bit of rain coming up here soon. So I think I'll cut those back, kind of just try to prop them back up, push them back into the soil. But this is supposed to be a path right here and they've just completely tipped over. So that's a bummer. But really quick, actually, before we move on to, let me show you back up here on the driveway. I just noticed that this Chinese fringe flower that I have is blooming. I swear this is the first time this has ever bloomed. And I thought they were supposed to bloom in winter. So I don't know, it just caught my eye today and I was so amazed and it's so beautiful. Look at that, just such a unique flower on that. I just think it's so pretty. The color down here is just kind of blows me away every time. And then to see that blooming right there, I was really excited. Still lots of things actually blooming right now, surprisingly. So anyway, that was fun. I don't have any others of those in the garden because that one just sat there for so long and didn't do anything, so I didn't really want to add more. I mean, it was pretty foliage, and but it really wasn't growing for quite a while. It wasn't blooming, so I just didn't really think it was very happy in my garden. So I didn't really choose to. It's a loropetalum, if you're not familiar, but I kind of haven't planted other ones just because that one was just kind of sitting. So anyway, really exciting to see that. It's just a low growing one. I don't remember the variety. It's not one that's supposed to get gigantic, but anyway, that was fun to see. So anyway, let's just get these asters in the ground really fast. I don't think it'll take, but obviously digging 3 holes and putting them in the ground. those look so pretty there. That color is just perfect for this spot. That light violet I think will contrast so perfectly with the grass that's, you know, inevitably going to be behind it. And yeah, there's nothing else in this garden that is quite that color. The butterfly bush up there, the variegated one, it does bloom a light purple, but I don't think they'll be blooming anywhere near the same time. And then there's a couple nepeta on the other side, kind of a darker purple. So this color I think is just perfect for this spot. And asters are supposed to be fairly deer resistant, so I think that's obviously a good option considering this is out here on the outskirts of the gardens where the dogs evidently don't protect it as much as other places because they came over here and got those roses. So anyway, good option, good idea to always have, you know, plants on the outskirts of the property that deer don't tend to bother. So glad to have these in. I'm excited to see what they do. I think that they'll just, you know, obviously being planted as closely as they are, they'll just become kind of a big patch. I probably could have spread them out, but maybe a little bit more. They're kind of only, I think they're only like a foot apart. Let's see, what did the tag say? "24 inches." So yeah, they'll meet up and they'll be just one big massive asters, but that's okay. But 36 inches, I don't think that shrub right there is yet even 36 inches. So they could potentially be as tall as this dogwood is right now, if you can see that. So they're probably only 10 inches tall right now, so they will be quite stately when they grow up to their full size and fill in this spot. So excited about those. Now I just have this kind of little mess of asters here to go. But I was thinking about putting them on the other side of this garden here. But I think, when I was just looking back at the color, I think that the color might actually be very similar. I think to this butterfly bush. This is a Miss Ruby, and then also kind of similar to the Chitalpa that's right there. So I was thinking of putting them right here. I did have some Agastaki. I planted 3 of them in here and none of them thrived. I don't know why. The first ones, I don't think I watered them quite enough, so that was kind of a given, but then I planted in another 2 and they didn't thrive either. So that was too bad. But these little Nova Opal Coreopsis are still blooming, still looking beautiful. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Let's go look at another option. So I was thinking, we're in the lower garden, another one of the lower gardens. We were just right over there. So I was thinking maybe right in this spot. There's not really much planted in here other than a juga, and then this is a pink salvia, a light pink salvia. So I was thinking maybe I could plant, I don't know, 3 of them right around the salvia, maybe. That could work. This area down here is a little bit wild, but I think that could work. I think that'd be good. Just plant one right there, tuck one maybe back there. I don't know, we'll see. That'll probably work. But while we're down here too, I need to deal with this pink cashmere superbena. It is absolutely, I definitely need to come down and deal with this very soon. It's rooting in everywhere. It's beautiful, but it's, you can see, oh, it's total, oh my goodness. I should just cut that back, shouldn't I? Smothering, it's smothering that phlox down there. Surprising that's still green. That's amazing, actually. I don't really need to do that. But anyway, while we're down here, I'll show you. Come up this direction. Here's probably my biggest stand-up asters. They're just about to be done blooming, but still a little bit of color. This is, I don't know the variety of this one. This one was just given to me from a friend of mine many years ago, and I need to do the Chelsea chop on it each year to keep it kind of manageable. It's definitely one that wants to get a little bit taller. Oh, but it's just a mass of purple, as you can see with the spent blooms right here. It's absolutely beautiful. So asters are definitely great ones to have in the garden for fall color. That's why I want to try to salvage these ones and have them come back in my gardens for next year. So I think I'm going to go dig some holes right over there where we just were, and then we'll find the spot for the next couple, which will probably be maybe over there in that garden. That would be nice. I'd kind of tie the 2 areas together, and I'm sure I can find a spot over there for them. So we'll start out right over here. All right, we are rapidly losing light, so let's just look really quick where these guys ended up. This is the lower, most recent no-dig bed that we created over the summertime. This whole bed is less than a couple months old actually. So I'm just going to be kind of gradually adding things into this bed now. And this is where one of the asters ended up, right here in front of the firefly fuchsia yarrow, next to a couple, there's 3 little sedums that we just planted in recently. You can see that they're putting on new growth right there. And honestly, I picked this spot because I thought it would look really pretty next to the euphorbia and with the pink of the yarrow, but also because I noticed this spot needed to be weeded. So I just kind of was weeding it a little bit and then just dug the auger hole. Not much to see, obviously, right now, but hopefully next year that will push out new growth and bloom beautifully. We come right over here along this path and we come to where I put the other 4. I was able to fit those in right here. They'll just, I think, I don't know, fill in this area pretty well if they are able to recover and rebound and come back next year. I did dig out some of the ajuga as I was digging, but I don't really care. It's not done amazingly well here. If it wants to survive, it'll continue to just spread. If it doesn't want to survive, then no biggie for me. So just to kind of upset it and dig it out where it's, you know, where I need to dig for other plants. So this salvia here, it could probably fill in this area, might overgrow that, but this will bloom earlier than the asters. So chances are I'll be cutting this back. This is just a new planting. So I'll be cutting that back and then that'll make room for the aster to do its thing. And that also make me not as sad to have to cut back the salvia. And so with that, like I said, I am losing light. That means it's time to head inside and get dinner made. It just feels really good to get out and get some fresh air and get something done. It can't always be all day long that we get to be working out in our gardens. It just takes a few minutes here and there to just really make a difference in the garden when you have it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for this little bit of time of getting some asters in the ground. I hope you enjoyed it and we will see you in the next video. Bye.